Welcome everybody to today's sit down. I am so honored and blessed. I am in awe of Mr. Dozi's presence today. Welcome to the show, sir.
It's a great pleasure, big pleasure.
We are so blessed to have you here. For anybody that's been living under a rock for the last 30 years, I'm going to try and give you the introduction you deserve, sir. But singer, songwriter in 3 languages, Afrikaans, English and Zulu.
Yeah.
A loving father, a true gentleman and an icon for millions of South Africans, including myself. I grew up listening to your music. I love every song that you've ever made, and I'm honored to have you as a guest.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. So, the reason why we do these sit-downs is to, first of all, show a side of our celebrities that perhaps people haven't seen before and ask some very different questions to potentially get an answer that surprises the viewers out. I didn't know that about the man. So, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm dead ready.
Let's get into it. You're looking very good, by the way. Your physique is... you are slightly older than me, but you look 10 years younger than me. So well done on that. Great achievement, sir.
You complimenteer my.
You deserve it. That's hard work. So, going back a couple of years ago, you close your eyes, you are 17 years old, you're a young man. What is important to you? What are your priorities? What are you thinking about? Like, what's going on in that gifted brain of yours?
Yeah, it's a busy brain.
Busy brain.
And it started when I was very young. I can actually go further than 17. I was about 5, 6. At the time when I started learning to speak Zulu, because what happened was that all the people that used to work with my dad on the farm in those years, kids were obligated, they should speak English or Afrikaans to go to school.
Okay.
And there was no black kids that could speak Afrikaans or English. So what happened is their parents sent their kids during the day to me to learn to speak Afrikaans and English. Maar ek dink as hulle soos een kind gestuur het en ons was one-on-one, I would have maybe not spoken Zulu this well. Ek sou dit kon doen nie, maar toe stuur hulle 6 kinders, jy weet.
Okay.
And it's like they speak to each other. And I'm the only whitey between them, and I pick up what they say, and it wasn't long. When I think toe ek 6 jaar oud was, I could speak Zulu fluently, and we used to ask, I could remember we came to Pretoria to visit my sister because she was here. We by die HF vervoerd, so was 'n verpleegster. So my dad takes us out for dinner in the evening. Dan kom al hierdie waiters en dan check hulle met hierdie klein laait, jy weet, so praat, and then they just ignore all the other tables. They're just there and they bring ice cream and they're so ek het nog al my lewe 'n baie groot voorsprong gehad with the Zulu that I could speak. And maar ons terug te kom na waar ek 17 was. Ek wou altyd 'n muusou gewees het. Van kleins af. I used to make myself those little oil cans with a so, en dan maak ek van my gitaar met gut. And then I walk between the milli lands.
And play.
En dan speel ek en ek's and I didn't play anything. Ek was dreaming. Ek het hierdie droom gehad van hierdie groot audiences en hierdie goeie. En toe ek moet gaan swat na matriek nou, toe sê my dad, gaan jy boer? Want hy sien ek is nooit daar nie, weet, hulle is altyd daar oor die trekkers en oor die goed. Ek's nooit daar nie. Ek is altyd
Dis op jou eie.
Either with my mom where she paints.
Yes. Okay.
Or I'm in my room playing guitar. Or I'm in the veld somewhere weg.
Doing your own thing.
My eie ding. En toe ek nou matriek geskryf het, toe gaan swat ek graphic designing.
Wow, okay.
By Techniek in Pretoria. En soos wat dit nou maar gaan, jy kry sakgeld.
Yes.
En eventually, ek dink my ma het my te in die wêreld ingegooi. In my tyd toe ek jonger was, my ma was baie streng op my. So I couldn't go to parties.
No.
Or no. You just stay at home, you do your homework and dis wie jy is and help dad and do this and that. En toe ek nou in Pretoria kom, en ek kan toe al so 'n bietjie gitaar speel. funny enough, ek het 'n ou gehad in Standerton because I was in a hospital, Standerton in a hostel for like standard 6 and 7.
Okay.
Maar ek kon nie. I was too a mama boy. Ek my ma, I was crying from the farm to Standerton and to eventually to al hulle my uitdaal. En hulle sit my toe, gaan ek Evander hoërskool toe waar ek met die bus kan huis toe ry because we used to farm between Standerton and Leandra.
Okay, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
Nice
so
area,
we
flat.
used to go with a bus through Brendan Village and then go to Evander. En dis net al hierdie myner kinders en ek sê like daar was 'n paar plaaskindertjies wat dit is nou en ons en daar was so jy weet mos wie mynerdorp, Witbank, al hierdie plekke. Dis 'n ander die mense is nogals jy met jou man kan staan daarso.
Absoluut.
En ek was 'n
physical mense.
Ja, ek was 'n bietjie van 'n sagte ouetjie. So, ek het altyd toe vind ek uit maar as ek sing vir die girls by die skool, dan kom die rugby spelers, maar dan kry hulle aandag by die girls.
Okay.
So toe begin ek so buddies kry.
Okay.
And from there on was my lewe actually baie makliker without being tough. Want ek het al die so tegniek kon kom toe kies ek die grootste ou wat ek sê ek by die wildste ou is en ek want dit is ek dink dit is natuurlik, jy weet om jouself veilig te maak op 'n plek. In
100%.
plaas van om te gaan probeer om daai ou aan te vat.
Dis nie wie jy is nie.
It's not who I am.
Dis nie wie jy is.
So daar het ek geswat en eventually toe sê my dad, nee, maar jy vra nou heeltyd saggeld. You can't get pocket money all the time. En ek sê hierdie een vriend van my appel sê, nou man, maar hoekom gaan sing jy nie? Jy kan nou so mooi sing, ons serenade and the girls like it. So we went to the Golden Eagle Spur. It was in 87.
Which town is this?
Yeah, in Pretoria.
In Pretoria.
Sunnyside. Yeah.
Sunnyside,
Yeah.
Golden.
So we walk in there, me, Appel, and another guy, Lebeau. They stay all over the world now. But anyway, so we were there, and he went up to the manager. He said, listen, this ou can sing. Can't he sing? No, man, jy gaan ons restaurant gaan. And so he's a big ou. He stands up and said, dames en here, kan hierdie ouetjie vir julle sing? Hy sing baie mooi. And then one guy said, yeah, please, sing Bryan Adams. So I did a Bryan Adams tune, because I did a lot of covers, you know. And eventually I actually got a gig there.
At Spur?
At Spur, in Golden Eagle Spur. And I sang there for like 3 months, every Wednesday night.
Awesome.
And then Jacqueline's, the owner of Jacqueline's, Mr. Salmon Potgieter, came.
He spotted you at Spur?
Yeah, he spotted me at Spur. Because everybody heard about the Spur that's pumping now. You know, all the Spurs are like normal, man. You need black pump. There's queues, really like queues outside.
Awesome.
And I was there with my guitar and my speakers. And that's where my loopbaan begin het. And from then to 2000, or like say 1999, I was playing 7 nights a week.
7 nights
Seven nights a week in pubs. Sunday nights I used to play at Jacqueline's. They put chairs on the dance floor, and it used to be packed. I had a band with Mel and Dozi, and then it was Jakes and Dozi, and eventually I went on my own because all the other guys were studying, so they couldn't make all the gigs. And then I said, people from Potch, Bourbon Street. I mean, when Bourbon Street opened, they phoned me, and I used to go through there. And I was actually my first car was a Fleetline Combi. The one with the like splitty.
The split window
with the doors that open like this.
Do you know how much that thing is worth now?
I come my you know, I sold mine for 2,000 rand in like 89, about around there.
A split window today.
Yeah.
In a bad condition.
Yeah.
300,000 up. In a good condition.
Ek kan nie glo dat ek myne verkoop het. Maar I mean, you're stupid when you're young, man.
You are uninformed.
Ja,
you're uninformed.
Ja. As dit nie gebeur het, gaan so opteen. Maar dit in elk geval. So, and that was also a good time in my life, you know. Ek glo as jy passionate is oor wat jy doen. Ek weet nie, ek dink nie die Here kan jou daai passion heeltyd gee, verstaan jy? Want I was really tired. I mean, I used to play Bourbon Street on a Wednesday night, and I drive back after the gig. And then I drive back. Come here, dan speel ek weer hierso op sê by Rumors. Dan speel ek weer. Then I went to play at Upper Deck. I played all over, man. Nou, daar was nie plekke wat ek gespeel het nie.
So I want to touch on that because a lot of people don't realize a high-performing individual. They think, yeah, 7 days a week, you wake up, and then you go and play. You have to practice.
You can ask Tanya. I wake up in the morning. We gym at 7 o'clock. No, actually 6 o'clock, but I've got friends gymming with me now. Like we do 7 o'clock. 8,
How long?
9.
1 hour.
hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I go, I drink my shake, I shower, everything, and I vat my guitar and I play till 6 o'clock tonight. If Tanya doesn't tell me, listen, you have to eat now, you have to do, dan dis al wat ek doen.
Passion.
Dit is al wat ek, want as jy passionate genoeg is, sy sê altyd vir my, maar jy weet nie hoe bekend is jy nie. Dan sê ek, maar ek is nog nie so bekend soos wat ek dink ek moet wees nie.
Yes.
You understand what I mean?
You're chasing that next
So,
version.
I think, dis hoekom ek baie keer sien 'n kunstenaars as hulle so vol van hulle self. So ek like, dude, if you land in New York, nobody's going to know you.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that is when you are famous. As jy in New York land, of in Miami land, en daar wag net 5 mense vir jou.
Yes.
Then it's already people know you there.
Yes.
Nee, dit is, en dis iets wat aanhou werk. Ek het friends of mine, a friend, Derek, he was in the army with me, said to me one day, Dozi, you've got the most excellent job, dude. I say, there's always chicks, and it's always drinks, and it's food, and it's just so like, you're so free. I want to actually come and tour with you. 2 aande. And the third night, he said to me, I think tonight I'm going to stay down. And until today,
hasn't come
he
back.
reckons me as the most, wat net nie ophou werk nie. Maar dis omdat dit vir my lekker is. If it wasn't, as dit nie vir my lekker was nie, I wouldn't have done it. Because I don't do stuff that I don't like.
Yeah.
So,
And not at the level that you're doing it.
Yeah.
And not for so many years. You
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
have done
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I fully agree with your
Ja,
statement.
ja, jy sal nie kan nie.
Jy sal nie kan nie.
Ja.
So ek kan baie maklik agterkom. You were born with a gift. Your brain was busy, but it was busy taking you into the direction of a performer,
Yeah.
of a singer. You were not, even though you when you stood next to me earlier, I'm like, wow, 2 meters, 2 centimeters, 2.2 meters. You're very tall. You're a physical guy. You weren't the rugby player, the bully, the guy that goes and has this big macho. You were the softer person. You knew who you were very young. You identified
that's very
that you
important,
were
I think.
very.
I always say you can never ever like anybody if you don't like yourself.
Have to love yourself first.
There's a thin line between arrogance and liking yourself.
Yes.
Verstaan jy?
Agreed.
Jy ken mense wat hulle kry nie die they like each other. Hulle like hulle self so baie dat hulle eintlik arrogant is.
Ja.
En as jy daai lyntjie kan regkry, so like I'm also not a compliment guy. As my komplimente gee, I appreciate it, maar ek begin skaam raak.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I believe my talent is from God.
Yes.
No man, ek het nooit gitaarlesse gehad nie, ek het nooit singlesse gehad
Nooit.
nie, ek het nog nooit daai goed gedoen nie. When I first opened my mouth, I could sing. Want nou mense my sê, jy sing mooi, jy moet aanhou, like moet aanhou. En toe raak dit net so, verstaan jy? Dis die liefde van my lewe, verstaan jy? Dis die enigste ding, I escape in music. Jy kan my in Joburg neersit like this and give me a guitar and I'll sit there and ek sal nie eers met mense praat nie, I'll just sit and play.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So the passion is there,
Yeah.
the drive is there, the will is there.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't, you wouldn't have done it for so many years.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a little bit wiser now than you were at 17, a lot wiser.
Yeah.
1 or 2 more grey hairs. So
Yeah.
do I. Everybody gets them. It's
Yeah.
the experience that comes
I
out.
appreciate it so much, I'm telling you.
It's experience, it's the knowledge. If you were to take back one thing with you right now to the time when you first had that moment in Spur. So, who is a yes for this young man to sing? I sing baie mooi. What would you take back with you now to that moment? With the experience that you've had. I know
Sure,
that's
actually,
a very difficult question.
Yeah,
But what is the one thing that you would take back and say,
Yeah.
I wish I had this with me back then because I could have seen the world a little bit differently?
Ek moet eerlik vir sê, I don't know who told me this, maar ek het klein was, het ek altyd vir my ouers sê, hoekom worry julle oor môre? Ons leef net vandag. So if you can fill today with alles wat jou hart begeer, soos in my geval is gitaar speel en musiek maak en bome plant en geboue bou. Ek is 'n aarde hou. So my ander woorde is ek wil terugvat so ek sal graag wou speel soos wat ek vandag speel, want ek wil daai mense uit die chauffeur uitgeblaas het. but at those years, I mean, I could play, but I was just a
calm, soft.
Soos 'n ou wat net by die kampvuur sing, you know.
Okay.
Ja.
So,
en it bit me. It's like elke keer so 'n spinnekop wat jou byt, net môre is jy net lus om nog weer en weer.
Yeah. So I think if the people miss the last 2-3 minutes, rewind a little bit, because it's an important lesson I learned a couple of years ago. It's being present. So I mean, you've got a business, you've got a very big business that you run. It is fully dependent on you. You need to be there. You need to push people, drive people. Can we do this? We're expecting the people to start coming. So there's a lot of moving parts. We run a company, lots of moving parts, 220 plus people. But right now, at this present moment, the only thing that I'm focused on, and the only thing that you focused on, is having a conversation with each other. And you are present and you're passionate, and I really feel it. So thank you very much. That's great advice. Be present, live the best version of yourself.
For today.
For now.
Ja, jy kan nie anders. Jy weet, goed uitstel. Ek het my dad het altyd nog gesê, as hy vir my sê, doen gou dit, dan sê ek sal net nou. Dan sê hy nee, ek gaan doen dit nou. No. So nee, there's so many people that have, dit pla my nie, want dis hulle goed, maar is altyd, ons gaan môre dit doen, ons gaan môre, you know, ek gaan môre gaan ek dit doen, môre dit doen, I don't believe in môre, you know, it's a promise. Jy weet nie of jy dit gaan hê nie.
Yes.
So
it's not a guarantee.
Nee, jy kan, as die dag 200 ure was, so ek het geniet het.
Verstaan jy? Absolutely. I've got a version on a layer on that, and that is, people create, I'm stressed. People create their own stress, because stress is a direct reflection on what you can control, but you're not taking control of.
Yeah.
So if we have to start eating right, doen het môre, it creates stress, because you know tomorrow you'll still be overweight. But if you take action now and you eat a salad instead of that juicy steak with the butter on it, but if you eat a salad, you've already changed direction and you're already moving towards a healthier person. And that's taking action now, not tomorrow.
Jy weet die ding wat vir my ook wat vir gesondheid aanbetref, ek het nogal about say a year or two back, I thought of this idea that, you know, a kid, you don't see kids up to 17, well, if their parents don't look after them, dan gaan hulle oorgewig raak. Maar jou kinders is altyd slim gebou, en hulle is altyd gesond, because they are so active. And they're so active, and you know, they're running to this. Ons raak so sleg, veral in ons land, waar jy kom in die aande by die huis, jy gaan sit, en jy brandewyn en jy kook, die vrou het kos gemaak, jy gaan sit en dan gaan slaap jy, na daai bord kos.
Jy eet so 'n bord kos.
Ja. Because you didn't eat the whole day. Nou daai. En ek weet dit is moeilik om daai mind shift te maak, maar as jy dit maak, dit gaan alles in jou lewe verbeter. Ek bedoel, my lewe is, ek moet sê, ek was ook op 'n stadium years ago, I could get quite aggro. Verstaan jy? Ek raak kwaad.
Patience,
ja.
aggressie.
En ek is nou daar waar ek agterkom dat if you stay calm, you win the fight.
Absolutely.
Want die ander ou raak, en jy is net calm. Because what does it help you to scream?
No.
Niks help jy nie. Gaan jou nie help in die lewe nie.
No. So the calmest person in the room wins, and the calmest mind can get out of almost any situation. There's some that you can't, but if you remain calm, you definitely can. And we spoke of a mutual friend that helped you with your physique, and he's busy helping me with mine. I want to look like you at my age, never mind at your age. I wish, I could look like you at your age, and that's something that he taught me. 90 seconds in a stressful situation where I find myself in one 50 times a day. 90 seconds, assess, ask questions. How did it happen? Why? Could we have prevented it? It's always our fault. What can we do to stop it from happening again? Boom. You find a solution, you move forward. Instead of getting angry, and you can't fight fire with fire. You can only fight fire with water. 100%. So having a lot of musicians come out, there's a lot of Macarena musicians. I call them Macarena or the one hit
wonder. Now we're getting to the point where
So a lot of those guys come out, boom, they peak and they go down. You've had such a successful career over so many decades, and in my opinion, like a business, a musician goes there, steps on a landmine, and it just blows his whole leg off, and he never recovers to go back and do it again and again.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, can you share maybe one or two of the landmines that you've stepped that perhaps our viewers can learn from and maybe avoid?
I can give you big landmines, and if I tell you half of my landmines, and people would think I'm still positive about life. Then I tell you, God is so in control.
Yeah.
Want as ek vir jou moet sê, also as a musician, there's one thing I would love to have had in my life. Ek sou gelyk het om 'n besigheidsout gewees het. Want ek kan jy maar vir sure, musikante, kunstenaars, they don't have that. Is it the left brain? The left brain.
So it's a mixture. Business is a mixture of creativity, which allows you to innovate and solve a problem in a new way, and a lot of maths. So some people are gifted with a lot more creativity and less maths, and some people have big time maths and no creativity. So it's very difficult to have a balance.
I'm totally that creativity, but the math. Ek dink as ek regtig passion gehad het oor sou ek dit gedoen het.
Passion.
Maar ek stel nie belang nie. Jy kan maar vertel jou vra. Ek is 'n ou wat baie jare nou my first not mistake that I did. It was my ek het nooit, hoe kan ek sê, wiskunde gaan doen vir die tyd nie. Ek het daai restaurante gebou op die plaas. And it's for me it's difficult, to get, like you say, I mean, to get people you can trust to sit in.
Very difficult.
And for me, ek is glad nie 'n til ou nie. Ek kan nie vir jou, as ek sien 'n kar kos R900,000, that's 900,000 rand, so it's about soveel gigs, verstaan jy? I don't even think of anything that ek dink as kunstenaars meer van dit gehad het, sou hulle minder nagekom gewees het.
Ek verstaan.
Want because also the passion makes me, ek het baie min muses gekry wat sal 10:00 in die aand begin sing, and then you sing till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and dan is ek nie moeg nie, dan is ek like, hey, why is everybody leaving?
Yeah. When the pursuit of money or that financial reward runs out, the passion needs to kick in to carry you past, because it's normally a gig is normally how many minutes? 60 minutes? 90 minutes?
2:45, some people, I used to in the pubs, I used to sing 4 hours.
4 hours, but that's passion.
Yeah.
That's passion. Normally 45, an hour, boom, gone. Bye-bye, thank you, see you guys next time.
Ek doen nie daai nie, ek kan nie, that's why I hate festivals. Festivals to me, they give me 3 songs. So for me, to show
how do you choose?
Hoe moet ek nou gaan en how must I get this crowd to actually know me?
Engage.
In 3 liedjies.
Kan nie. Dis moeilik, is baie moeilik.
I like to sing, That's why. Dis lekker nou, jy by back to the roots, want ek kan sing Vrydag, Saterdag, Sondag, and I can sing as long as I want.
And everybody's enjoying it. When when the customer or when the visitor's time runs out and they need to do other stuff, they stand up and they leave, but you don't. You keep them engaged, you going. I've been a witness to that. I had a jaw there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Moving forward to my next question. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to build up a man. It takes a big village to build up a brand. If you were to go back and say, Bobby, these 3 were the most influential people in my life. Who are they, if you don't mind sharing, and why? Because sometimes, in my opinion, a person touches you at a certain stage of your life that just course corrects you and it puts you in the right direction. Could you perhaps share only 3? I'm sure there's more than 3, but if you were to choose 3.
Ja, ek gaan eerlik vir sê, ek is 'n baie moeilike ou om te vra.
Okay.
As jy verstaan wat ek bedoel, ek is like soos, because I always feel like my passion will always keep me successful,
So, moeilik om iets te vra. Dis moeilik vir jou om iets te vra by iemand.
Ja, say for instance now, I'm in trouble. Ek sal nooit iemand sommer bel and like, hey dude.
It's very important to ask for help. It's very important to
en
ask
dis
for
my
help.
moeilik en ek het, so ek kan eerlik vir sê, vir my, as jy sê 3 groot dinge in my lewe, is my dad. My dad was 'n stoere boer, verstaan jy, soos 'n boer. En die feit dat hy he never actually questioned me dat ek gaan music maak nie. Vir hom maar wat gaan jy doen om te werk?
Ja, wat gaan jy vir werk doen?
Ja, but he left me.
Beautiful.
En if he, as hy my gepush het om 'n advokaat of 'n dokter te word, sou ek vandag 'n bitter ou man gewees het.
Passionless.
Verstaan nou, hy het dit gelos. En my dad used to like rugby. Hy het al die harde goed gelike.
Yes.
Jy weet, soos trekkers en rugby.
Yes, hy was 'n physical persoon.
Ja,
so werk vir hom is physical
ja,
werk.
Ja. Hy het altyd vir my gesê, Hendrik, jy is die luiste mens wat ek in my hele lewe gesien het. Dan sê ek, Dad, how can you say that? Hy sê, geen mens sit so in die kamer die hele dag nie. Sê ek, maar ek oefen gitaar. You know? And years later,
but he left you.
Ja, hy het my gelos.
Beautiful.
Gat hy. Okay, dis die een wat my onthou net, die een is my dad. En dan die tweede persoon wat 'n baie groot invloed in my lewe is nou oorlede is George Ferreira. Hy was die eienaar van Protea Coin. Hy het eventually verkoop aan Bidwest en toe het hy SSG Security gekoop. En hy is so 2019 oorlede. Hy was 'n groot invloed in my lewe.
En wat se opset? Ek kan optel jou pa is 'n invloed vir work ethic. Ek dink diep onder, stem jy saam?
Ja.
Die work ethic daai never ending, wanneer jy dit elke dag gesien by jou pa.
So he didn't see that as a job. But anyway,
but you saw the work ethic.
Ja. So hy het vir my dit sê, vir my Hendrik is die luiste oor te ken. And years later, Rikus Nel was still in my band, Stef Kruger, al die Dozi tour nog operated, 7 nights a week, oral die sê,
There.
Dus ons een oggend stop die bus daarvoor en hulle laai ons nou op en die gear is gepak en hy kom so met sy kierie aangestap. Hy sê, onthou jy daai dag toe jy vir my gevra het, ek het hom eendag gevra, ja, hoe weet 'n mens dat jy jouself oorwys? Toe sê hy vir my, jy sal jouself nooit oorwys nie. En my vader, en daai dag toe kom hy so net in die bus toe kom hy so net, sê vir my, Hendrik, onthou jy het my gevra, hoe gaan jy jouself oorwys? My kind, as jy so aangaan, gaan jy jouself oorwys.
Wow.
Verstaan jy? Dit is, many years later.
Yes.
So he could actually, want hy was nie 'n prentjie ou nie.
Yes.
So he couldn't see my career developing into something, want hy het gedog ek is net die ou wat crazy is, wat verfbroeke aantrek en lang hare, verstaan jy?
In the beginning he couldn't, but then he did.
Yeah, and then he saw it, and then eventually he was very proud. You know.
I'm sure he was. I'm sure he is. Yeah. And you spoke of the second person? The second George
Ferreira.
What areas influenced your
life? Hy
het
my nogal bietjie kom business, bietjie meer dinge, hy het my nog, want hy het baie by die restaurant gekom en sê vir my, Dozi, how can you tell me you don't make money? You got 2,000 people here. What's organic? Sê sulke goed, toe het hy nou ingekom en het my kom help met my goeders, hoe ek, want soos ek sê, my goed is, hierbo is,
creativity, maths is not important, because it's not a passion. It's not a passion. But a very important note, a lot of people, for me, accounting, like, you bore me to death, but because it's important in our business, I had to make a decision and say, it will take me, the basics will take me between 65 and 85 hours to learn. So I'm going to go and do mostly free online courses on accounting. 65, 85 hours later, I can go and sit down with my bookkeeper and have a conversation, not on her level, but I'm not here. I'm here.
Yeah.
And I understood that, and it helped me to understand statistics. Yes, I hate an Excel spreadsheet. If I see an Excel spreadsheet, I want to chuck that computer.
I don't even know what an Excel spreadsheet is. Ek ken nie daardie nie. Eerlik wees sê, ek het dit reg gekry om nog te lewe sonder dat daai goed my
die passion is so gewees.
Dis net jy weet, as jy my indoen, dan gaan jy en ek is nou blessed. Ek het vir Tanya in my lewe, sy's aan my sy and she likes that. She's also creative, maar sy help my met dit. En dis my lekker because it makes me feel meer, want is ook nie lekker om elke oggend te sê, hoe gaan ek nou hierdie weet, ek kan nie so operate nie, dit maak my heeltemal my skepping, dit vat dit weg, jy weet.
I want to go to that point I made earlier where the stress is caused by something that you actually can control, but you're not interested in. So going and spending those 85 hours for me, learning the basic love language of accountants was the worst time of my life, but I'm very glad I did it. I'm very glad I did it. So, but you are blessed to have Tanya in your life you'll be able to give her that pass and she's got it safe and then we can go and score the goal. Great. Who's the third person?
Dan die derde persoon, ek moet eerlik sê, ek sal sê dis my broer, my oudste broer. Hy was baie ouer as ek. He was almost like when as ons op die strand loop, dan sal mense sê, my dad's my oupa and my...
Okay, what's the age difference between the three, if you don't mind?
Yes, maar I'm 18 years younger than my brother.
18?
Yeah.
Are you the youngest in your...
Yeah.
Okay, Lot Lamiki.
Yeah.
Nice. 18 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm the only... Like my dad used to play concertina, but when him and played rugby, but when he and my mom got married, he stopped.
Why?
Want hy het nie 'n passion gehad vir dit nie. Ek dink dis hoekom ek al 3 keer getroud was. Ek het 'n passion vir my werk. As jy dit wil wegvat, you're going to kill me.
Understood.
Not physically, maar jy gaan my doodmaak. My brein sal
binne.
Ja, ek sal.
What did you get from your brother? Because that I wonder, for me it's very exciting. How's the relationship? Does he accept you as a little brother? Because he could be your father. I mean, no offense, but if I saw you two and you're 18 years apart, many 18-year-olds have kids today. So he could be your brother. How does that dynamic work? Is he still alive? Sorry, I'm asking.
No, he's passed away 2019.
I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry for your loss. But yes, I wish to understand that dynamic between the two of you.
Dit was kom ek sê, dis kom ek alleen groot geword. I was such a loner because there was nobody on the farm. Ek en my ma. My mom used to drive in the morning. Sy was 'n haarkapper.
Okay.
In die dorp en my dad used to farm. So ek's alleen met die huis met
jy sien hulle nie.
Met Sophie en met al die klein kindertjies en obviously die mense wat daar op die plaas werk en so. So ek is intussen deur 'n aap gebyt. Toe ek klein was, want ek was heeltyd besig
op die been.
Ja, my brother, hy het my altyd uit die sop uitgehou, as jy verstaan wat ek bedoel. Soos ek het aangejaag en dan sal hy dit weghou, want my dad sal my...
Hy gaan jou 'n bietjie dissipline geleer het.
Hy was altyd die ou wat my, hoe kan ek sê, ag nee, Henkie sal nie dit doen, ag nee, hy sê, weet so, ek was baie bederf, regtig bederf, dat ek nie eintlik 'n groter brat is nie, is eintlik net 'n wonder. Maar ek appreciate it. Verstaan jy, die oomblik wat jy ook appreciate alles wat jy kry.
Yes.
En ja, dis moeilik as jy ouer word.
I think the difference of age, whatever you were about to do or were doing, he's done it a couple of years ago. So he's like,
no.
Listen, you're gonna, let me pick you up and say, no, it wasn't, don't worry.
Ja, hy het my baie, ons het altyd, want op 'n stadium toe, ek wou 'n bokser word, maar vir 'n baie kort rukkie in my lewe. Toe het my broer vir ons 'n kruit gebou op die plaas.
Okay.
Nee, dus ek en die ou swartetjies nou, maatjies. Toe kom ek agter nee, ek hou nie van boks nie. Ek dig dit nie, dit is nie vir my lekker nie. So ek het maar by die musiek gebly. Ja, maar dit was vir my die 3 belangrike. Ek dink ek was baie belangrike mense in my lewe. Jy weet wat my mom, I mean, my mom is now 95.
Still alive.
Still perfect in the head. Sy loop nog rond. Sy was nydig my baie kwaad met 'n kar verkoop het. Ek was sê ek kan nie meer bestuur nie.
She was driving at 90.
95,
at
dude.
At 95 driving.
Ja.
Amazing. Yeah. Awesome. Does she live with you?
She's now at the old age home in Hartebeespoort, yeah.
Very close to you.
Very
awesome.
Close, yeah. No.
You can see her whenever you want.
Know.
Beautiful, beautiful. If you were to say, Bobby, this is first thing that comes to mind. This is the best advice I ever received. What would it be? Perhaps the viewers on our show can also benefit from it. Best advice that someone gave you.
Yes, ek moet mooi dink dat ek kan. Ek is 'n moeilike ou gewees toe ek jonger was to take advice. Ek was always my kop. Ek het altyd I said, "No, you can't do this." Dan ek het deesdae 'n gut wat vir my sê, ons is nydig wat was dit? Natal toe. Sê ek vir ek realize ek iets in my gut sê vir my, we mustn't go. And it was all those goed wat in Durban,
was it that weekend?
Yeah. And that same weekend we were in Pongola. Yeah, it was
That's rough.
Ja, gut. Ek weet nie of dit met jare kom dat jy kry 'n gut feeling nie of so nie, maar die beste is dis 'n vraag wat ek nou sal met bietjie dink oor. Die beste advice. My oupa sin seker. My oupa het altyd gesê, julle kan dit maar uitbliep, maar dit is 'n baie honest, mooi ding. My oupa het altyd sê, Hendrik, elke brommer op sy drol, my ou kind. Elke brommer op sy drol. Verstaan jy? Jy weet, as jy is jou ding wat jy doen, elke ou het sy ding. En as ons almal kan mekaar bystaan met dit, gaan dit ook baie beter gaan in die lewe. Maar ek dink ons het mekaar bietjie met die geldgierigheid het soos baie dinge begin uitmekaar uitval. As jy vat op die oomblik ons government, dis geldgierigheid. Ja. Dit gaan nie oor hoeveel het jy om genoeg te hê.
Ja.
Want jy moet lewe en jy moet nog steeds jou liefde in jou hart hê. Jy kan nie onvergenoegd deur die lewe gaan en net jy weet
vat.
Dit is my mooi as mense, jy weet as almal wat suksesvol is, beautiful, maar onvergenoegdheid, jy weet daai
ek hoor jou, dit maak 100% sin. So if you know your place in life,
yeah.
it doesn't mean that you're not ambitious.
Yeah.
But it also means that I can't be a doctor. I can't.
Yeah.
When I go to a doctor, if I resonate with the advice that he gives me, because he's the expert,
yeah.
I'm going to him for advice. He's not coming to me for advice. Yeah. I'm going to allow him to diagnose me, write out the prescription, I'm going to take the pills.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and be a doctor because I'm no doctor.
Yeah.
Awesome. And if you were to give our viewers some advice, you've given us tons of value and lots of advice, but if there's a one specific line or something that you want to share with everybody, what would that be? Best advice you could give to people.
Ja, ek dink die beste ding is 'n ou moet regtig weet wie jy is.
Know who you are.
You must know who you are. You understand? Ek sien baie keer mense, you see people come into like a place and they're like so 'n bietjie skamer. Ou moet weet, jy moet yourself like. And the only way I think you can do that is to really work. Hierdie body en alles wat jy is jou eie. Jy los hom nie by die werk en dan gaan jy huis toe en kom tel jy hom weer daar op nie. Dit is altyd by jou. So people that say they don't have time to go en soos bietjie gaan jou happy place toe of gaan sit iewers alleen. Jy moet alleen ook kan wees.
Ja.
Jy moet alleen kan wees. Jy moet dit kan doen. And it makes you strong, you know, and whatever your beliefs are, ek is oor daai wat ek beklei oor mense se belief. I've got my beliefs and jy het jou beliefs.
Absolutely.
Jy doen jou eie ding. Ons kyk eendag wie kom by die wenstreep uit, verstaan jy?
100%.
My punt is net, jy moet, ek dink baie mense hou nie van hulle self en hulle blame hulle self vir goed en dan ons kan 'n beautiful lewe hê in hierdie land. Ek sien soveel potensiaal. Ek kyk so na hierdie land en dan dink ek die potensiaal
oral waar jy kyk.
Ja,
ek stem saam.
Daar's baie potensiaal.
100%.
En kyk nou met hierdie corona ding wat almal so geslaan het. Dit kom weer reg, verstaan jy? Bietjie
kom dit reg. Yes, sir. Ek stem saam. Know who you are. A lot of people don't have their own values and principles. So there's non-negotiables that I have in my life.
Yeah.
I have certain things that I'll have a conversation over that I don't like. For example, I used to smoke cigarettes. I don't like cigarettes, but I'll tolerate someone that smokes.
Yeah.
But if somebody, for example, does drugs in front of me, it's a non-negotiable. I'm not going to entertain it. It's your belief system. It's against my values and principles. I'll get up and I'll walk away.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's, I know who I am.
Yeah.
That's part of me. But a lot of people don't, and then they'll just be lost until one day they wake up and it's too late.
It's too late.
It's too late, yeah.
Ja, dit en laat kom baie vinnig.
Quick. I was 17 years old yesterday, you know, and I'm 37.
Yeah.
20 years later, like in a heartbeat, in an eye blink. So another interesting question: if you could choose one person, dead or alive, that you could spend the whole day with, wake up and spend the whole day with that person, who and why?
Ja, jy gaan dan nie glo wat ek jou gesien het nie, maar daar's een ding wat ek reg gekry het, ek glo soos 'n kind. Verstaan jy, I'm very ek is iemand kan my so vinnig om die bos lei. Jy kan vir haar vra, I believe everybody, I trust everybody.
You're an easy sale.
Ja, nee dude, ek het baie dinge in my eie kop uit te sort om nou. Ek gaan nie nou jy gaan nie ou nie. Maar ek moet sê Jesus, I would love to spend a day with him.
A day with him.
Ek het geen mense op aarde wat ek regtig if that's my last chance, I'll say I'd love to be with him.
Wow, beautiful answer. And I'm not even going to ask you why, because we all know why.
Yeah.
We all know why. Awesome answer. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
If you were to have an opportunity to be a fly on the wall, and there's a room, maybe with one person or 5 people, it doesn't matter. It's a room full of people.
Yeah.
What's the room? Who are the people inside, and what are they talking about that you just want to
overhear? Ek wil graag nou vir Putin, Biden en daai ou van Korea en dan die Chinese. Ek wil as hulle 4 in een plek bly, ek wil daar sit en ek wil net hoor wat daar aangaan.
Yes. Who do you think, because I can see you love the political side and you love the debate. Who do you think wins in that room? Because that's a lot of strong personality.
Yes,
who's the leader?
Who's the agterbakse ouens, nee. Daai ouens kan hulle sit almal so met hulle knoppies. It's like
imagine daar's geen knoppies.
Ja.
Geen knop. Who do you think in that environment, because I've got a very strong opinion about one of them. In that environment, who do you think is the leader? Who prevails?
Ek gaan jou definitief, ek dink Putin.
100%.
Ek dink ek dink die ander is te lig.
Hands down.
Hulle is heeltemal die Amerikaanse ou, ek weet nie. Ek het nogal baie van Trump gehou, vir een of ander rede. Hy was 'n vreeslike uitspoken nonsens praat ou, maar ek het nogal baie van hom gehou, jy weet.
Capitalist.
Ja, hy's 'n slim ou, verstaan jy?
Yeah, businessman.
Because I actually got friends that stay all over America and one of my friends, Kappie, he found me, he said actually the economy actually started picking up. Jy weet, en dit gaan maar oor
you can't be entrusted with, because a country is a business.
Yeah.
It's a business.
It's a business.
It's all, and in my business, I have to win the votes, number 1, of my managers.
Yeah.
They have to vote for me. They have to follow me. Bobby, I'll walk into a fire with you. That's him voting for me.
Yeah.
Because then I know I can push them and lead them beyond the point which they think is possible for them. Yeah. So it's a business. And Trump, I mean, he's a multi-billionaire, successful, but failed. I'm very passionate about it. I don't agree with all of his stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that I do like in him. And I think he ran the country like a business. Yeah. And that's why the economy picked up. Yeah. You know, and you can't please everybody in a company. There's people in our company that don't like me.
There's people that like me.
100%.
Maar you know that thing where you like yourself?
I love myself.
As ek myself like, daar kan 20 ons nie van my hou nie.
100%.
As long as you don't become aggressive and
100%.
Dan kan jy maar op jou eie gaan.
100%.
I've had a lot of people, en dit sal in jou lewe ook gebeur met jou, jy baie people, het al gekom by die roots, dan sê hulle, yes dude, you know what, I came here today against my will, but really, dit is so lekker, om jou te sien, want, jy kan nie passion wegsteek nie, verstaan jy, en jy moet onthou, media is ook maar 'n ander ding, jy weet, wat mense kan, they choose who they wanna, en dis een van die goeders wat my nie meer begin plaat nie, ek het dit self weggevat, verstaan jy,
What I think of media is, and I mean, this is a channel for free-minded, free-thinking people, and we've got, at this point, you know, in January 2020, we've got over 2 million views, and the comments that we receive are from people that make up their own opinion. Media is a manipulated source of information, targeted to make money. Yeah, so it's targeted to make money. If they can put a racist story on the front page or on a pop-up on your phone, and you click on it, every click is money. So that's
jy moet onthou vir my, what I'm saying about it is, ek sien negatief teen dit nie. I love the media.
Love the media.
You must remember, in my career, I don't think I would have been this remembered as ek was net myself. When I came into the music bedryf, so ek besluit, I'm going to be myself. I'm not going to try and change to get more fans.
Positive or negative.
I think I'm talented enough to have 10 people to like me, and that's enough.
That's enough for you.
Because if you have 10 people that love you, it's better than 100,000 that sort of likes you. So my punt is, ek het altyd besluit, soos al die goed wat gebeur het met my, mense kan maar weet, is soos die goed wat ek aangevang het en so. It was just me. Verstaan jy? Ek was 'n stout jong lady.
Yeah.
It was
natural.
I was really busy, dude.
Natural you.
I couldn't go to a gig and not go party with the townspeople. Want
Afterwards, yeah.
Nou as jy in Windhoek, and those people are waiting for you. So come on band, we're going to party. We finished the gig, we're going there, en dan gaan kuier, ons gaan die media dit geniet. But for me, it kept me, dit het my actually ge-elevate, al hoe meer, want al hoe meer mense lees, hierdie is boring, hy het 'n pop gekoop. Okay, nou hierdie ou, check wat het hy nou mee gedoen.
That's sensationalism, yes.
So, wanneer 'n buddy vir my het eendag vir my gesê, hy sê, alle media goeders is goed. Negative, positive. Nou nie bad negative nie.
Yes,
praat van
not propaganda, yes. Some media creates propaganda.
Ja, jy moet nie bad goed doen nie. Maar as jy nou so hier en daar 'n bietjie gevang word vir 'n speed trap en sulke dinge, verstaan jy, dan is dit cool.
But that's the part where I say it's sensationalism to create clickbait because it's money. At the end of the day, it's an economy.
Yeah.
It's an economy. Absolutely. No, of course. The media is absolutely necessary. But sometimes the negative stuff that gets shown from people, if you know yourself, love yourself, you just brush it off.
Yeah.
You carry on. Yeah. I know who I am. I've got the 10 people that love me.
Yeah.
It's okay if you say this negative one thing about me.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, it will be someone else's turn, and then I have a good light again. That's the media. That's where we are.
Met dit raai en positive.
Awesome. Your dream car. If you could have one car waiting for you outside, it doesn't need to be practical. What's your dream car?
'n Range Rover. Dis nog altyd my beste car. Ek het a few years ago, dis baie jare. Ek kan nie die jare onthou nie. Dis in my lewe, in my loopbaan. So when Rypert was now booming en almal hulle het dit gesing oral by loftes en so. Then die Bloubulle het my gevra om Rypert te vat en change the lyrics a bit to "Oh Bloubull, ons speel die game tesame."
Okay.
Oh Bloubull, so we did that. And they booked me for one day. There was a green screen, and then they had a horse there, and they had a fiets there, and it like allerlei goed, en al die Bloubull girls. Now I'm there, dan speel hulle nou die song so, en het was so heel, en dan ry ek met die perd in die veld, en dan is hier 'n Bloubull girl op my, en dan ry ek met die fiets, en dan, maar there's like people all over, ek hou die fiets so vast, we don't really, dis net so.
A green screen, ja.
En die ad was toe opgewees, and they paid me a lot of money.
Nice.
En ek sal nooit vergeet nie, I sat by my swimming pool, en ek sit so, en ek sê, ek kan nou vir my cash 'n Range Rover, maar dit altyd nog vir my, van die tyd daai, hoe een was tot now lately, they just get better and better.
They're very classy.
And then I made a decision that I'm going to build a gym instead.
Of buying a Range
En ek
Rover.
is so bly,
Awesome.
want ek het nog steeds my gym fully rigged, en ek het nie meer die Range Rover because it wouldn't have been with me anyway.
Or with
Sou nie meer
anything,
my gewees
or with much.
Yeah.
It would have
Yeah.
been worth something, but
Yeah.
not much. Not the value that you get out of the gym continuously till today. Awesome. What's your favorite book? Are you a big reader?
Ek glad nie 'n reader nie.
No,
Ek prentjie mens.
Prentjie
Totally
mens.
prentjie mens.
Okay.
Ek het vir baie mense gesê, I read the Bible.
Yes.
En dis al wat ek lees, en ek lees as prentjies, 'n boek met prentjies. And then I can take that picture and paint vir jou paint, verstaan jy?
That's the creativity part.
Ja, my kop is vol prentjies. Ek kan nie, when I start reading, dan begin my oë, dit voel of my oë spring. Dan sê ek, ek draai my letters om, ek gooi alles deur mekaar. Ek het eendag R60,000 in 'n verkeerde rekening inbetaal.
Het jy dit teruggekry?
Nee, the guys I paid it into was insolvent.
So
it was Universal Music. So I had to pay 60 grand because then we drove through Joburg, pick up my CDs, and we go. And I paid it by Universal Tires. And eventually I phoned the guy. I said, dude, I made the biggest mistake. Oh, sorry, man. I said, this company is bankrupt. Dis true.
So that money went
ek is dyslexic nie. Ek kan nie met sulke goed werk.
Sorry.
But that's a long time ago. We made it back again.
So, back to the roots. What's coming up next? We had a slight off-camera discussion. There's a lot of exciting stuff. There's movement there. Please share with us. And I promise you, there are thousands of fans that are watching you right now. Please, where can we come and see you live? When? Share with us, please, if you don't mind.
So it's just because I'm in this part of my life where I think I've done so many gigs in my life. I mean, there's no town in this place, oral in die wêreld, waar ek omtrent nie was nie. We were all over. En nou is ek op 'n punt waar ek het na die restaurant en nou voel dit net vir my, I want to build my restaurants, because there I can actually show you wat ek regtig kan doen.
Yes.
Because my sound's up there, it's
the way you want it.
It's the way I want it.
You're passionate about when you walk out, this is me.
Alles is daar, die stage, the lightning, alles.
I can wear what I want.
Ja, you wear what you, alles, verstaan jy? En wat lekker is, ek het nou so lekker groep mense, want Tanya doen die management, sy overall alles, and then we've got a brilliant sound guy now that's also now there, and it's alles goed wat by mekaar kom. You know, I've always wondered, where can I get a sound man that's passionate about this? Because a lot of people do stuff for money.
Yes.
You know, I'm getting paid for this.
I'll be fairly good. I'll be good enough so that I don't get fired. Average.
Daar was mens 'n saying, die 'n besemvee altyd skoon in die
As hy
begin.
net is,
Ja. So nou het ek hierdie man gekry wat vreeslik baie goed by. So nou kan ek my studio nou aan die gang, waar ek nou weer ek die laaste album I recorded on the farm, Vrede. Ja.
In your own studio.
In 'n own studio.
On your own time. Beautiful.
Ja, but I mean, dit het jare gevat before I could do it. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people that still have to drive to Joburg or wherever to go and record. Maar ek voel net as, now I can relax. Kom uit my huis uit, koppie koffie, in die studio. I don't have to wear shoes, ek sit daar en ek kan actually now create. En met die restaurante saam, ons is nou Vrydag, Saterdag en Sondag oop. Because a lot of people used to complain, oh, but you're opening on Sunday and we have to work on Monday. So now we've got big names on Saturdays as well.
Who are some of the people that come and join you?
Yeah, yes, a lot of people. I'm not going to even remember, it's all the big names, all the big names. And all the big names, you know, like from the alternative side of music, the commercial side. We've got Zolani from Freshly Ground. She's also doing a new album thing there. And I think, what's the band that does the CD launch there, Lovey? Black Cat Bones.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of bands. There's
nice.
Very good bands coming. Yeah,
so what time does the restaurant officially open?
It opens at 11 o'clock every day, even on a Friday. What happens on a Friday is you come in, we've got full Wi-Fi there, so you can come in on a Friday, say at 11 o'clock with your computer, you can work nicely, lekker kos hoor, I must tell you.
Baie, I remember the food.
Yeah.
I had pap and Cayens.
Yeah.
I walked out
it's
like
even better now, I promise you, it's even better now,
awesome.
Because ek het nogal bietjie moeite geneem, we've got afval now, we've got like skaapkop.
Nice.
We had some Chinese people from the mines the other day, and they ate skaapkop. You know, like the real,
the traditional way.
Skaapstertjies, we have skilpytjies, we have alles.
Awesome.
The best pizzas.
The best pizzas.
Yeah, my brother-in-law actually gave me a pizza recipe. It's great. Baie goed, ja. Ja, en is lekker. And then from there, I'm just nog steeds in die musiek.
Awesome. So it opens at 11, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
And then what time do you come on and start?
Normally at about 12, 1-ish.
12, 1
I get on stage. But
until what time?
So large you will. But what we do now is we open at the, I call it the festival area. That will be back to the roots. Because it's mos grasperk,
yes,
as you know. So now you can actually either eat there by stalletjies. So they've got those little stalletjies where you can eat like
different stuff,
pork and all that good. And if you can go to the theater, and you can go eat like soos 'n lekker bordkos.
And then you can enjoy the music the whole time.
Al die musiek luister. You can listen there, you can listen there. I think there's some days we have 2-3 musos on one day.
Beautiful, beautiful.
En ons is nou besig om agter skoon te maak en I'm going to put some tent areas for people, ablution blocks and alles waar mense actually kan kom en soos like op die koppie, but it's so close.
Yes.
You know, and it's not.
It's just here.
Ja, en it's nie stof nie.
Dat is nie stof nie. Op die koppie se stof.
Yes, op die koppie. I think I still have sand in my nose.
Yeah, you need a 3-day bath after you come back from there. Awesome. So Friday, 11 till late.
Yeah.
Saturday. Plus there's no curfew now.
And we have the accommodation. Yeah.
Accommodation as well.
All those horse stables of mine, I changed into accommodation.
Beautiful.
So there's no like
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for everybody on the show that can go and visit. It's an experience. It's an event that you really, I didn't forget the first time I went there with mutual friends.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, it's awesome. It was just before COVID.
Yeah.
But I fully agree. I'm going to come visit very soon.
Yeah.
And it's definitely going to be better than the last.
No,
than
it will
the last
definitely. It's good now. Ons het nou tyd gehad, this on and off thing of the COVID, where we could get the real thing right and alles, die menus en alles.
So,
Die wat? O ja, nog 'n ding. 'n buddy of mine het vir my actually my pad kom regmaak.
ek onthou, dit was bietjie, dit was nie baie rof
Now
nie.
people are complaining about the tar road and then they get onto the dust road and it's beautiful. It's fun, but from the Van der Hof road down, it's a kilo.
Yes.
And now I actually benefit that the black church. There's a big black church there.
Okay.
So this pastor, I think he's a Nigerian guy, came like, you paying for this? I said, no, I'm not paying. I've got good friends.
Nice.
He says to me, it's good to go through life as a good man. If you like mense jou. Maar ek het dis alles maar goed wat nou gebeur, jy weet. En
So the road is better, the accommodation is there, the facility is better.
Ja,
Awesome.
absoluut. Ja, dis baie lekker.
Sir, it has been very few times in my life. I deal with a lot of corporate people that are boom, numbers, maths here. I truly feel the passion for your art, for your craft, and for the music that you create. It was such an honor to have you and spend time with it. We've gained so much value. I hope everybody enjoyed this interview. I know I did.
Ja, ek het baie geniet.
It was so much fun. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us. Thank you very, very much.
Plezier, my brother.